come back.
Oh yeah, hello, hello, we are back. I am Christina, this is Vivian, and we are going to read.
Outside, it's cold.
It's a little cold outside. I hope you guys are staying warm and healthy inside.
Inside, I got my pigtail. I got my shirt. I got my pants. I got my socks.
I hope you're wearing lots of clothes too. This is called, the book today is The Little Lamb. It's one from the Phoebe Dunn collection.
I got my pocket. I got my shirt on. I got my pants on. I got my sock on. I got my pigtail on.
Yeah. Okay. This is The Little Lamb. One afternoon in early spring, Emmy walked over to the Weatherby farm. There were 20 newborn lambs in the flock, and Emmy couldn't wait to see them. All the lambs had long, wobbly legs and little pointed hooves. Most of them were white, but a few were black. Emmy stood on a rock and watched them follow their mothers into the barn. Mother sheep usually keep their babies close to them, but one little white lamb wandered away from the flock. He seemed to be lost. "Bah! Bah!" he cried. Emmy jumped off the rock, and the little lamb ran right up to her. Miss Weatherby asked Emmy if she would like to take care of the lamb until he was big enough to come back to the flock. He had a twin brother, and their mother did not have enough milk for 2 babies. Emmy was so happy. She bent over and kissed the little lamb. Then she gently picked him up and carried him home. He was cuddly and warm, and she could feel his heart beating. Emmy decided to call her lamb Timothy. I wonder if you can put your hand on your body and feel your heart beating. Maybe if you put your hand on your mom and dad's body. Maybe if you put your hand on your cat or your dog, if you have one, you might be able to feel their heart beating inside. That evening, Emmy heated milk for her lamb. She sat down under the maple tree and gave him his bottle. At first, he wiggled and chewed the rubber nipple. Warm milk dripped all over Emmy, but Timothy quickly learned to sit still and drink his milk. Emmy was a good mother to Timothy. She fed him twice a day and gave him plenty of love. Soon Timothy followed Emmy wherever she went. By summertime, the little lamb didn't need to drink milk from a bottle anymore. He was big enough to eat grain out of the dish. His fleece had grown thick and woolly. Emmy put a collar and bell around Timothy's neck. He slept in the barn, curled up in the warm straw outside the horse's stall. Oh. Did you use the potty, Vivian? Good job. Please wash your hands. Always wash your hands. On sunny summer days, Emmy and Timmy went to the fields together while they played hide and seek. Midnight, the cat chased after bumblebees. Emmy would hide in the tall grass, but sooner or later, Timothy always found her. When Timothy was tired, he plopped down to rest on Emmy's lap. I think it would be lovely to sit in a field, be cuddly with a lamb. Nice big field like that on a warm day. I like that. Sometimes Emmy liked to make dandelion chains and pretend she was a princess. The only trouble was Timothy ate the dandelions. You could eat dandelions, Timothy did. But dandelion chains are fun to make. You can make a princess crown or a necklace. Be very pretty. Vivian, do you want to sit back on my lap, honey?
Okay.
Thank you for washing your hands after you went potty. That was really
I'm
good.
gonna go poop.
You did? Oh, I'm even prouder of that. Good job. And you flushed the toilet? And you washed your hands. Do you want to see these pictures? I'm going to show...
Heaven.
Yeah. She made a necklace, but Timothy is eating her necklace. When Emmy wasn't around to play, Timothy always seemed to get into mischief.
Uh-oh, the apples.
Uh-oh. He would rub his neck against the sheets on the clothesline or jump into the laundry basket for a nap. One morning, Timothy tipped over a basket on the porch. Bumpity bumpity bump. A whole bushel of apples bounced down the steps.
Uh-oh, that happened.
That did happen. Oh, careful.
I'm gonna lay down.
I can't have you lay down while I read, but we can lay down after we read. Just a couple more pages. When Timothy scampered into the garden, he ate the tops of all the radishes and trampled the lettuce plants. After that, he started eating the primrose. Emmy found Timothy hiding behind the house, full of vegetables and flowers and feeling quite sick. She poured some medicine into a spoon and Timothy swallowed it all. Maybe you had a tummy ache, and maybe you've had to have medicine too. Timothy had a tummy ache and had to have some medicine to make him feel better. The next day, Timothy was feeling... Yes. The next day, Timothy was feeling fine. Emmy decided to give him a bath. She wanted him to look his best because they were going to a birthday party. Emmy filled the washtub with warm, soapy water and scrubbed Timothy's ears and chin. She shampooed his fleece until it was soft.
That's better, Mom.
And white, yeah. Then she rubbed him down with a fuzzy towel, and later on, when he was dry, she combed his woolly coat. After a bath, when you get clean, you use a towel and you brush your hair. That's what she did for Timothy, too.
Good job. Good job, little girl.
Good job, little girl.
He's a princess.
She's wearing a dress. She's very pretty with a dress on. Emmy's father drove them to the party in his truck. Emmy was wearing her party dress, and Timothy had a new purple leash. The birthday party was lots of fun. All the children wore paper hats and bright balloons.
I like the car.
That's the truck.
That's her truck.
Your dad's truck.
Her dad.
So at the party, the bright balloons hung over the table. When the children sat down for ice cream and cake, Emmy tied her lamb to the table to keep him close. Then a balloon popped. What do you think the sound was when the balloon popped?
And a pop.
Pop. That's right. Or bang. Really loud. Really fast.
Really fast.
And the loud noise frightened Timothy. He tried to run away, and the table collapsed, and the ice cream spilled,
Oh
and the cake slid to the ground.
no! Oh
What a mess. That evening, Emmy's father said Timothy was getting
Yes,
too
Mom.
big
no!
to keep as a pet.
Yes, Mom.
It all fell down.
Okay.
Maybe he's getting too big for a pet. Early the next morning, Emmy walked Timothy to the Weatherby farm. She hugged Timothy's woolly neck and promised to visit whenever she could. Then she took off his purple leash, and Timothy scampered out to meet the flock. He buried his nose in the clover patch and grazed with the other sheep in the morning sun. Timothy was back where he belonged. Now there were 20 lambs again at the Weatherby farm. Let me show this last picture. The end. This was one of my favorites called The Little Lamb from the Phoebe Dunn collection. Okay, everybody. Bye-bye. We'll see you
Bye-bye.
tomorrow.